had some things come up in the last couple of days. I don't know the last time I posted was either, because I don't really look at that. I don't have like a posting schedule, but I'm gonna cover myself up here. I was thinking outside of the things that I've experienced in the last couple of days. I was thinking about religion and how bizarre it is to me. Because, I've heard from different, this isn't even just because I've done research about religion, it's just based off the things that I've heard people say. So I went to church like a couple of weeks ago. That was an interesting experience. Maybe it was a month ago by now, but anyway. There's something that I've heard people say, and they say that God, he believes in suffering and like all these things that pertain to suffering and, just all that stuff. I don't remember all the things that people have said verbatim, but, it dawned on me that that's kind of a bizarre, it's kind of a bizarre belief that God wants you to suffer. Like, there's trials and tribulations, which I think that's a part of the suffering, but I believe in like regular life suffering, because life, what do they say, life is pain, which I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that saying either, but I do believe that in life you are going to suffer, but it shouldn't always be at the hands of somebody else, and it shouldn't be your own doing either, because nobody has to suffer. Because I've been, watching people and like having experiences with other people, and there's been this weird thing going on where people are like comparing scars and, well, I've been through more things than you have, so how can you say? There's been all these weird things going on, and I'm like watching people and, thinking about past stuff, and I'm like, this cannot be reality, because suffering should not be expected. I've seen other videos on YouTube, and there's like people, hemming and hawing about, life is so hard, and life shouldn't be this hard, and why am I suffering, and there's never anything good happening to me. Like, I understand that, but at the same time, you have to think about what you have going on. Like, are there things that you can let go of that would relieve your suffering? That's what I mean. Like, sometimes people are in self-imposed suffering, and they don't even have to be suffering, but they are. And then I've had people shame me, or try to shame me, I should say, for letting go of things that were causing me pain. Like, it gets down to the point where they're like, oh, well, if you wouldn't have let that go or walked away from that, you would still have that, and you wouldn't be where you are now without those things. I'm like, okay, a couple of things. Those things were causing me great stress and pain. So for you to attempt to shame me for letting go of something that was causing me harm is very dumb. That's one. And you're clearly not hearing what I'm hearing, because you're literally telling me without saying that I should continue suffering to have monetary things or whatever the fuck they were trying to get to. You're basically saying that I should have continued to suffer without saying I should have continued to suffer. So do you see what I'm saying? So there's so much of that weird stuff going on right now, and it's very bizarre. And I'm like watching from the outside looking in, even when it happens to me, when I somewhat get shamed for it, I'm like, there's no fucking way that this is a reality of where people are in their minds right now, where you're like comparing scars, you're going through self-imposed suffering. Like, there's so much weird energy going on right now, and I don't want to be a part of it, and I don't want to like live with people that are like doing weird stuff like that. So I'm at this like weird stalemate in my life right now, where it's like, well, I am very confused about where I even stand amongst people, because I just feel like they're not saying what I'm saying.